Hey friends, welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Sammy and welcome back to this month's cookbook collab. This month I have two recipes for you and they're both out of the Pioneer Woman Cookbook. The first one is a pork chop recipe and then the next one is going to be like a skillet, like a one-pot skillet recipe, which I'm all about. So I hope you enjoy both of them. If you're not familiar with this collab, it is hosted by Tamara over at Southern Wife Everyday Life. She is a wonderful, wonderful friend here on YouTube and outside of YouTube, and I'm so grateful to call her my friend. But there are lots of other ladies that are also joining in on this collab, so I really hope that you all will check out the playlist. It will be linked in my description box below, so make sure you go check that out and give everybody some love. And make sure you check out Tamara as well. Show her some love too. She is an amazing lady, like I've said before. But anyways, y'all, without further ado, let's get right on in to cooking these yummy recipes. Come on, let's go. Hey y'all, tonight's dinner is going to be ranch pork chop. It's a sheet pan supper, so I have some thick cut chops here. I'll probably go ahead and cut those in half because they're pretty thick, so in order to get them to cook in time, we'll probably cut those in half. I'm just not 100% sure on it yet. And we're gonna make some honey gold potatoes and some green beans here. So we're just gonna quarter these, that way they'll cook in time because they're the bite-sized ones anyways. And then we've got some fresh green beans right here that I'm going to go ahead and get ready to put on the sheet pan meal. This is coming out of the Pioneer Woman Cooks, the New Frontier cookbook, and like I said, it is the ranch pork chop sheet pan supper. So that's what we're going to go ahead and make this evening. So I have my black garlic, I've got my Badia complete. The mixture for the pork chops calls for honey, Worcestershire, olive oil, and some ranch seasoning mix. So that's what we're going to go ahead and use. I think it may take this whole thing. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Okay, so we have our Worcestershire, our olive oil, and our ranch seasoning in there. And I did put Badia complete in there as well as just a little extra seasoning. And I've still got to add in the honey, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And whisk that in there together. Honey is so hard to come out. But I'm going to go ahead and whisk this together, get the pork chops on the pan here, and we'll get those coated and start baking in the oven. Alright, so we have, let me get my camera straight. We have our beans and potatoes here in this bowl. I did steam them in the microwave for just a little bit to help cut back on the time in the oven. So now we're just going to put the oil in. And we're going to come in with some black garlic. This is always linked in my description box if you want any of these, and the orange chicken one is also linked in there too. And then some Badia complete. And then here's where the ranch part comes in, because we're going to dump this in here. We're going to give them a good stir. And then we're going to put these on a sheet pan as well. So that was about 1 tablespoon. We need a little bit more. Okay. Now we're just going to mix these together. Just give them them a good toss, make sure everything gets coated, and then we're going to put them in the oven as well and let them cook until they are tender, and then we'll be ready to eat, y'all. This was super, super easy, and it smells delicious. The chops are already in there where they were the thicker cuts, and I didn't cut them down. So they're in there cooking already, but these smell phenomenal. All right, y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this sheet pan, get them on there, and get them in the oven as well. Alright, y'all, here are the potatoes and the green beans. These were so good, y'all. My house smelled amazing as well. But there's the beans and taters. Here are these gorgeous and absolutely delicious chops. Oh my goodness, I highly recommend this recipe. If you're looking for a quick, easy meal, but delicious, this is definitely the one. You will not regret it. So good, so good, y'all. Alright, so this is her skillet lasagna. It looks absolutely delicious. And of course she goes and shows all the steps. And yeah, so it's just a one-pan dish, which I'm all about. So you'll need some mini farfalle. And then I need to put this in the defrost because I forgot to set it out this morning. That's real life on a Monday morning. And you'll have to have some garlic, some basil, Italian seasoning. I know Italian seasoning has basil in it, but we're going to add a little bit more per the recipe. And then whatever jar, she said marinara sauce, but I don't have it, so we're using the Classico fire roasted tomato and garlic. You'll need some mozzarella cheese. It does not call for onion, but anytime I make some kind of like a spaghetti or a lasagna, I always put onion in it. So I'm going to chop up a little bit of onion for it. You'll need some sour cream, some Parmesan cheese. That is all you'll need for this. I guess it is, but that's all you'll need for this recipe. I got sidetracked because I was looking at her recipe. I guess you have to cook this to al dente, so it's not a one-pot meal, but that's okay because we can boil those, no trouble there. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and defrost this, and then we're gonna get on into cooking. Okay, so right here, I'm already browning my hamburger, and I've added the onion into it. I'm just gonna cook that down until that onion gets a little bit translucent, and then we're gonna start adding in everything. So this is pretty much a quick, simple, and easy cookbook recipe, and I'll have the cookbooks linked below as well, so you all can purchase those if you want to try these recipes. I'm sure that Ree probably has these recipes online as well. If I can find them, I'll link them down below too. But anyways, here is the Italian seasoning. We're going to go ahead and add that in since the ground beef is all done. And the basil. I know it's got Italian seasoning, has basil in it, but I just wanted to add a little bit of extra on there too because it said you could use fresh basil, but I didn't have any. So we just went with the dried herbs in this, and it worked just fine. I thought it was absolutely delicious. My whole family, matter of fact, loved this, and they went back and got seconds. And I think maybe even thirds. But after I put the seasonings in there, I just dumped my whole entire jar of pasta sauce. She called for marinara sauce, but I did not have that on hand, and I just used what I had. So I had the fire roasted garlic, I believe, the Classico kind, and it worked just as good. So once you stir the sauce in there, that's when you're going to come in with the sour cream. It kind of just, I guess, mellows out the acidity of the sauce, and it just kind of gives it a creaminess as well. And I would have never have thought to put sour cream in my pasta sauce. Usually I go with like a cream cheese mixture, but if you think about lasagna, you've got to have some kind of a creaminess and cheesiness. So she uses sour cream, and that's what I put in here. So you just stir that well together, and then you'll come in and add your mozzarella cheese in there too. And then you just want to stir it until it's all melty and combined and ooey gooey and all those lovely, lovely words. But you'll see here in a minute, I'll actually lift my spoon up and you'll see how cheesy it is. Oh my goodness, y'all. This was an absolute winner in our books, and I'll be making it again. I can guarantee you that one. But right here is where I show you the cheese. Look at that. This was so good, y'all. Once that's done, you'll put your cooked, drained pasta into this dish as well. So I know I said it was one dish, but I made a mistake. You do have to boil those noodles, but that's okay. It's all right. But you'll just stir that in, and I will bring you back here in just a little bit and show you the finished plates. I'm going to tell y'all what, if y'all try this one, you're not going to be disappointed. It is absolutely delicious. As you can see right here, I mean, everybody eats with their eyes first, so come on. Y'all know this looks delicious, right? But anyways, that's it for this one, y'all. Alright, y'all, that is it for this month's cookbook collab. I hope you all have enjoyed it. If you do, leave me a thumbs up and a comment below, and think about hitting that subscribe button, because I would absolutely love to have you as part of my YouTube family. And don't forget to go check out the playlist that is linked below in my description box. And make sure you show Tamara some love, because putting these collabs together, a monthly or a yearly, monthly cookbook collab, however you want to say it, that's a lot of work. So make sure you go show her some love, as well as all the other lovely creators that have joined in this month for this cookbook collab. Until next time, my friends, God bless. Bye.